Streets report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So, in this reversal, a very sharp reversal of more than 40 years of United States foreign policy, the Secretary of State Mike Pompeo actually made the announcement that the Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank are no longer considered illegal settlements. This has huge ramifications for Palestinians and Israel. Now, a lot of people, and this is despite in 2016 the United Nations actually declaring that those settlements that Israel has in the occupied West Bank, these are areas that used to be occupied by Palestinians, are a flagrant violation now, soon after this announcement, the U.S. Embassy in Israel actually issued travel warnings to the West Bank, Gaza, and Israel. Green Wall graduation. News report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. Make sure y'all sign that petition. Get Donald Trump off Twitter. I'm going to change.org, link in the video description. If you're watching this on YouTube, or you can go straight to change.org, look up Get Donald Trump off Twitter. They got exactly why he should be removed from the platform. Had to bring it indoors because it was getting too dark out. But it should let y'all know that the United Nations has, I guess it joins a long list of entities that have condemned the United States for having the highest child detention rate in the world, particularly condemning the child separation situation that keeps happening at the United States and Mexico border. Manfred Nowak, who's actually leading the United Nations global study on children deprived of liberty, actually said that that in particular, the child separation from the parents at the border is actually prohibited by the Convention on the Rights of the Child, and is as he sees it inhuman. And there's cases where kids don't know where their parents don't know where their kids are. Like, let's cut it the fuck out, people. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't say that. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but that's what the fuck I'm saying. Get it together, man. Green Wall and graduation. Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So over in Bolivia, you had thousands of people that were actually marching across the state or the country yesterday, demanding the resignation of right-wing president or self-proclaimed president Janine Áñez, the woman that basically instated some decree that basically doesn't allow for military people to be prosecuted for acts of violence. And all within a short week, ever since Evo Morales had resigned due to what he considered a military coup, him and a lot of other pro-Morales as indigenous supporters. So hence a lot of the thousands that were hitting the streets yesterday. Now, at the same time, keep in mind, there are families also in Bolivian families, indigenous Bolivians, that are in Miami today, actually having a hearing for the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals, urging them to reinstate his $10 million judgment against former Bolivian President Gonzalo Sanchez de Lozada. Now, for basically the massacre of 60 indigenous people back in 2003. So 10 mil, 60 people, that's about 166,000 a person. That's not even that much. Like, the least y'all could do is reinstate that shit. Green Wall and graduate. News report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. Now, I told y'all in the past about how the Afghan government and the Taliban were actually agreeing to have a prisoner swap. Well, they actually followed through with that agreement, and the Afghan government actually released 3 senior Taliban officials, Anas Haqqani, Hafiz Rashid, and Haji Mali Khan. All those were in exchange for the Taliban releasing American professor Kevin King and Australian professor Timothy Weeks, who were actually out there teaching at American universities in Afghanistan, and they were kidnapped in Kabul back in 2016. So shit is real over there, and if you are over there, stay woke. You know what I mean? They don't have these travel bans for nothing, man. Green War on graduation. Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. Now I've been telling y'all what's been going on over in Hong Kong, really ever since the summertime, where there's been a lot of pro-democracy protests, to say the least. Well, they've actually been a dramatic escalation ever since Hong Kong Polytechnic University students have been protesting really hard, and the Hong Kong police actually besieged the entire university. There's been over 1,000 students that have actually been arrested. Police have actually been going there, letting off tear gas, firing rubber bullets. So there've been people that actually were, forced to surrender themselves and be arrested due to their injuries from what the police are actually doing. There's some that were able to escape, climbing down bridges and escaping on motorcycles and all of that shit is real over there. Keep in mind that also Beijing, they actually condemned the decision that I told y'all about yesterday of Hong Kong's judiciary system, basically saying that the banning of wearing masks is actually unconstitutional, because the ban was actually put in place so that the protesters couldn't hide their face while they're protesting, whatever. Keep in mind they have a ridiculously high self-surveillance system over there. You know what I'm saying? It might be coming this way, but we ain't there yet. The Green War on graduation. Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So in the northern province of Shaanxi in China, there was actually a mining explosion, a gas mining explosion that actually took the lives of 15 people and then injured another 7. Now, keep in mind that last year there was a review done on this particular mine that actually said that the workers weren't adequately trained, and without training, dangerous and fatal situations can occur, possibly what happened with this scenario. But also put this in context that China's mines are the deadliest in the world, and China accounts for 80% of mining deaths all across the world. This situation also came on right before the mining death explosion that actually happened in Dhaka, or southeast of Dhaka, Bangladesh. Dhaka being the capital of Bangladesh, where there were 7 people killed and 25 hospitalized. Green War on graduation. Please report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So Brazil's National Institute for Space Research actually has warned that the deforestation of the Amazon has skyrocketed ever since Brazil's current president, Jair Bolsonaro, took office. Now, this is with between August 2018 and between August 2018 and July 2019, there has actually been a 30% increase in deforestation and a loss of area that totals to 12 times the size of New York City. So with that 30% increase, and it's the highest total loss of area of natural habitat from the Amazon since 2008. So shit changed a little something. Green War on graduation, a lot of things. This report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So up in New York, in Syracuse, New York, at Syracuse University, they've actually suspended all frat activities for the rest of the semester due to a string of racist and anti-Semitic events. There was a situation this past Saturday where one black student was getting harassed and called racial slurs or whatnot. Also, there've been 6 incidents in the last 10 days alone, similar to that, racial slurs or whatever. And in the last month alone, there's been 10 incidents, including a swastika being drawn over a dorm hall, and all sorts of vandalism and that has been targeting throwing slurs at blacks and Asians. So good for y'all motherfuckers at the end of the day. No party for you. Green War on graduation. Please report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So over at Columbia University, actually in New York, my alma mater, you know what I mean? They actually have hunger strike going on. Well, there's 4 students that actually link with an organization I've been telling y'all about, a global nonviolent climate action group known as Extinction Rebellion. Based out of London, but definitely been making noise over here and across the world. They actually link with these four Columbia students, pardon me, and they're actually protesting and going on a hunger strike for the purpose of urging Columbia University to declare a climate crisis and divest, start a like community backed movement towards divesting from fossil fuel companies. So there are like 400 people in 30 different countries that are also doing a similar hunger strike. So, more power to them. Our motto though, green, war, and graduate. This report out of the world, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So yesterday over in New York City, there were actually hundreds of farmers and their family members that actually marched and walked towards the Manhattan offices of Tree and Partners. Tree and Partners they're the largest shareholder of the fast food retailer Wendy's. And why were they doing this? Well, they urging Wendy's to actually sign on to the Fair Food Program. Wendy's is like the only major fast food chain that has not yet signed on to the Fair Food Program, which basically says that the company must buy their tomatoes from growers who follow a workers directed code of conduct that basically has a zero tolerance policy for sexual harassment and for abuse in the field. So even comedian Amy Schumer was out there. Shout out to her for her activism or whatever. But we don't stand for what's just. Green, war, and graduation.